Ladies and gentlemen, it's a big pleasure for me to speak here at this historical day. But before I begin my short speech, I would like to blow the shofar. Today is the Rosh Chodesh Elul, the last month of the year. Today, Chodesh Rachamim. And we pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that He will give us a Ksivach Sima Toiva, good and sweet year. That's why it wasn't in the program, but but she said about chutzpah, I said it's chutzpah de Kedusha, you know. 6 months ago, a much younger man would have been standing here before you, much less gray, and with eyes that hadn't yet witnessed one of the greatest tragedies in the 21st century, but also certainly with a less powerful message to share. There have been many words already spoken here about the legacy of the World Zionist Congress, the vision of Am Yisrael that is alive today. I want to offer something different. I want you to feel the power of this released vision. I want you to feel what Israel actually meant to a family who was lost everything. I want you to feel the hope that it represents to those Jews who don't have the benefits of the Western passport, of extended family, happy to host this in their fourth or fifth bedrooms. Because to Jews who have nothing left, Israel is everything. This story is personal. It's my story. I was born in Soviet Union in Leningrad, 1966. There, it was dangerous to be Jewish, to adopt an identity different from what has declared by the state. Those Jews who came before me were killed and turned for just circumcising their children. They labeled me as an enemy of the state when I was just 16 years old. My wife, who I had not yet met, was labeled a refusnik at only 8 years old. To be a refusnik in those days meant to yearn for Israel, to dream about it, to speak in hushed whispers. When we were finally allowed to live in 1987, we were permitted to take only $300. My dream had finally come, and I couldn't even afford the plane tickets. The Sachnut came to rescue me. They took a desperate 20 years old and his new wife from the darkness and purchased us tickets and organized that all of our furniture and belongings would follow. In 1995, I want to say personally for Sachnut, I remember now that we came from Leningrad in a plane, we didn't have nothing. And the Shaliach of Sachnut met us. His name was Dov Sperling. And he met us in Vienna. And they said that we don't have a place in the plane. The flight full. Please, we give you to stay in Vienna for 3 days. We give money to give. But no, today I want to be in Israel. So we don't leave the airport. Me, my wife, and my mother was free. I mean, no, we don't live in Israel. But my wife was in the 7th month with my first child, and she wanted to eat pineapple. Yeah, and I said, you know, the women that's in 7 months want something. Okay, so I said him, sorry, but she want pineapple. We don't have in Soviet Union, didn't have pineapple. He go, we went all the airport, he didn't find pineapple. And she went to the city, Wiener city, and he bought pineapple, brought to us, and she pineapple. And thank you very much for this. Maybe small, but I remember after 35 years, I remember these details, and he find the places in this flight. In the 1 o'clock in the evening, in the night we were in Israel, and thank you very much. In 1995, my wife and I and our five children returned to Ukraine to help organize the inspire almost 50,000 Jewish people in Kiev, who had so little access to Jewish life that for many, their only experience with Judaism was to be at the opposite end of an anti-Semitic slur. In the years since, the Ukrainian community has become one of the most vibrant and connected Jewish communities in the world. We have constructed Jewish schools, provided disconnected Jewish communities with rabbis, and organized the aliyah of hundreds and thousands of our members. When Russia invaded Ukraine earlier this year, these communities faced a true challenge. I cannot describe to you the toil and the suffering of this community and nation over these last 7 months. Their cries still echo in my eyes of mothers looking only for someone to take their baby to safety, of those who hadn't eaten in days, those desperately seeking medicine. Me and my children, great children, and a few hundred Jewish people every day was in Anatevka near the Kiev. We was around us was the battles. Every day and night was artillery, helicopters, tanks. We was in Mamash Sakanat Nefashot, Baruch Hashem. I don't know that any one of our volunteers slept a full night at the height of the conflict. I do know that all of them would happily trade another night to save one more person, deliver one more meal, organize one more evacuation. To be Jewish in 2022 is to have some place to go. It is to have a voice of hope deep inside one's stomach, that we just have to go over that border, that we just have to go a little further, and then we have find safety. It is a light that shines in the darkness of the conflict for so many people. It was on the mind of every person. We evacuated through the Ukrainian border about 30,000 people in total, in cars and trucks and buses and any scrap of metal that could drive and carry human life. Eretz Israel, just a little bit farther, and we will reach Eretz Israel. We may have delivered the food and found the food, but it was this hope that saved their people's lives. This not have been possible without the work of the Sachnut and with Yaakov Hagoel leading them. And thousands of Jewish found themselves in desperate situation. The Israeli consul couldn't possibly see them all fast enough, and they couldn't escape to Israel until they did. It was the specific action of the Yaakov Hagoel, the Jewish agency, that inspired a new visa program that allowed these refugees to enter it in a timely manner. They truly stood in legacy of the Herzl. They truly understood the vision of the hundreds of Zionists who stood here 125 years ago, knowing a day would pass and when Israel would not only be a dream, but a refuge, not only a story, but a country where Jews could raise children, building communities, and live a life of destiny. This historical place, I would like to thank here all people, all organizations, all people that helped us to evacuate people, to bring the food, the medicine, all they need, to save lives every day. I have witnesses every day and night, and I would like to help them and bless them. And only people I saw here, people that called me just to make to support and physical material. And I would like to first of all, I one secret I tell here. 1 month or 2 months ago, I was in Israel a few days. I come to Yaakov Hagoel and brought him the mother Irina, that his daughter is in captivity in Russian forces, and she doesn't know where is she, what happened with her, and she cried. I brought to Yaakov, I don't know what to do. Yaakov listened to the story, and he said, I'll try to do something. And I know that he called Russian ambassador, and he connected him with the special people. Now she just know what happened with your daughter, where is she, and Be'ezrat Hashem, in short time she will be safety. And that's why I would like to give a word from our community, from the community of Ukraine, of Kiev and Ukraine. And I come here 33 hours. It's impossible to fly from Ukraine. There's no one airport working. and include Shabbat. I come here, but I brought this because it's Magia Lecha, and you are the man, and now you know that you are chairman of the World Zionist Organization. And this historical day, I would like to give you a word and to thank you all of that what you do and what you will do. כתיבה וחתימה טובה לכל עם ישראל.